Hello my friends, Hank here from Sprues and Brews Scale Modeling. It is that time of year once again. Thanksgiving is right around the corner here for my American friends, which means that it is the official start of the holiday shopping season. Now every year I like to put together a quick video with my gift recommendations and some great Black Friday deals for the scale modeler or World War II history aficionado in your life. So whether you're looking to pick up some great gifts for a family member, a friend, or maybe even just to treat yourself, then you are in the right place. And hey, if you want to send this video to somebody who's looking to buy for you this year, it might be a nice little nudge to put them in the right direction. So with that said, here are my recommendations for the best holiday presents for scale modelers and World War II historians alike. Alright, up first, let's check out some great deals on essential modeling equipment. And just to note, I'll have links down in the description below for all the items we talk about today if you'd like to check them out for yourself. Now, one piece of gear that I always recommend folks pick up when they're getting into the hobby is a high quality cutting mat. This will give you a nice clean workspace and help protect your desk or table from any cuts or scratches while you're working on your next model kit. Tankraft.com makes some beautiful hobby mats in a few different sizes, featuring some really crisp profiles of iconic military vehicles. I primarily use their 18 by 24 inch BF109 mat, and I absolutely love it. And if you use code SPRUESandBrews15 when you check out at Tankraft.com today, you'll save 15% on your order. These make really nice gifts that'll last a long time, and they'll make your workstation look like $1,000,000. Another super important piece of gear that every scale modeler needs is a really solid, reliable tripod. If you're at all interested in photographing your model work to share on social media, or even just for personal use, you've got to invest in a tripod to get the best possible steady shots of your kits. I'm partial to a company called Manfrotto for my tripods. They make some of the best in the business, in my opinion, and right now they're running a bunch of deals for Black Friday. This Manfrotto Element Traveler tripod is a perfect choice for your first really nice tripod. It's nice and compact, it's fully adjustable up to 4 feet tall. It comes with a really nice 360 flexible ball head so you can adjust to the exact angle you need, and it's super secure so you can trust that your camera or your phone isn't going to flop over once you got it on there. Right now you can grab this tripod for $20 off through Black Friday. I can't more highly recommend this brand for tripods. They make some phenomenal stuff. On the subject of camera mounts, the overhead mount that I use for all my top-down modeling footage is also going for a really great deal right now ahead of Black Friday. This Ulanzi desk mount stand has been perfect for my modeling videography. It's small enough that I can clip it right onto the back of my workbench, and it's sturdy enough that it doesn't wiggle and shake while I'm trying to film. The articulated arm is fully adjustable to get wherever you need it for the perfect shot. And right now this great piece of kit is on sale for 16% off through the end of the week. A great investment, just like the tripod, and at probably the lowest price you're going to see it at for this particular model. Alright, now let's talk about some great model kits themselves. As I've mentioned in some of my beginner essential videos, there are so many model manufacturers out there right now making literally thousands of kits. But the ones I'm going to show you now are some of the best new kit pickups that I've made this year, as well as some just generally great kits that I'd recommend to anybody that loves this hobby. Now, as far as deals are concerned, SprueBrothers.com, which is my go-to for picking up my model kits, already started their Black Friday sale. They're giving an additional 10 to 25% off all model kits, which is crazy. So if there's anything at all that you're looking to pick up, now is the time. So, the kit recommendations. First up, we've got Tamiya's most recent figure kit release. This is their 135 scale German infantry late war set. I've got a full video on the channel detailing why this kit is so wonderful, and you can check that out if you'd like. But the long story short is that you get 5 high quality figures to add to your next vehicle or diorama build, all for under $20. Following in that trend, we also have Tamiya's newest US figure release, their 135 scale infantry scout set. Great companion piece for any US World War II tank build. Some really great poses here and very nice quality to boot. Or, if resin figures are more your style, you can grab the newest release from Alpine Miniatures, this lovely US medic set. Wonderful, unique figure to add to your collection. For my armor fans out there, I really enjoyed building up Tamiya's new A34 Comet British cruiser tank earlier this year. Some top shelf stuff from the good folks over at Tamiya, and a great example of late war British armor to add to your collection. Moving away from Tamiya for a moment, can you believe it? This kit made my recommendation list last year, and it's back again. I absolutely loved building up this kit. This is Border Models 135 scale BF109 G6. Really cool to be able to build up aircraft in 135 scale. There's not a lot of manufacturers out there that do this at all. And Border really nailed this one. If you're a fan of building up Luftwaffe birds, you've got to add this kit to your list. Another really great gift option for my military aviation fans out there is one of Eduard's limited edition 2-kit bundles. Right now there are quite a few available from SprueBrothers.com in a variety of subjects, including their Tora A6M0 combo, their Adler Angriff BF-109E combo, and several of their Spitfire story packs with Spitfire models from the Mark I all the way up to the Mark V. And I guarantee that any of these would make some great gifts for the scale modeler on your holiday gifting list this year. Alright, now every year I like to add a few books to my gift guide, some great modeling specific reference books, some novels, some photo collections, you name it. First up, this one just came out a few months ago. This is The Rifle 2 by Andy Biggio. Andy does some really tremendous work visiting surviving World War II veterans, sitting down with them, and hearing their stories. His first volume of The Rifle was a huge success, and thankfully he's gone ahead and continued his special work with this second installment. Really highly recommend this book as well as the first edition. Another great one I read this year, this one's a classic, but an absolute must-read for anybody that's interested in military history. Stephen Ambrose's Band of Brothers, about the 101st Airborne during the Second World War, which of course helped provide the inspiration and guidance for the highly successful HBO series of the same name. Wonderful read, this was my beach book this summer. Great gift idea for you or your loved one if you haven't had a chance to read this yet. For my tank modelers out there, this wonderful little reference book from Fine Scale Modeler called Building and Detailing Realistic Sherman Tanks is one of my absolute favorites. Not only does this book have some super helpful step-by-step guides, it also has full color photographs of nearly 50 completed Sherman tank builds, all done by the author James Weschler. I thought I made a lot of Shermans, but whew! Some tremendous work in here. I find myself pulling this off the shelf to reference quite often when I'm working on my American World War II armor. For my aviation nerds, this Messerschmitt BF-109 illustrated study book is one of my all-time favorites. There are some incredible BF-109 photos in here that I've never seen published anywhere else. If you're interested in the history of the Luftwaffe or like to build up German aircraft models, this is a wonderful pickup. Highly, highly recommend this one. And on that note, I'd be sad if I didn't add Adam Makos' Higher Call on my gift guide. It makes the list pretty much every year. It's one of my all-time favorite reads. If you haven't read it, just read it. It's so good. Alright, moving on to props, replicas, home decor, all that good stuff. I'd be willing to bet that just about any scale modeler, or anybody who's interested in World War II history, wouldn't be upset to receive a nice historical replica for Christmas to display in their home or office. I get most of my World War II replicas at a shop called atthefront.com. They're a US-based company and they make some top-of-the-line World War II gear recreations for serious reenactors. A great gift idea would be one of their reproduction US helmets. They have both the standard infantry M1 as well as the paratrooper versions available for really reasonable prices. And these things look awesome. I can personally vouch for the quality. They also have some top-notch German helmet repros. I got both of mine at the front. Great stuff. And beyond that, they've got a whole range of uniforms, field gear, you name it. It's a wonderful site if you haven't had a chance to check it out before. Beyond that, if you'd like to really surprise your loved one with a super special gift this year, you could pick up one of these totally safe museum-quality replicas from replicaweaponry.com. They carry the full line of Denix non-firing replicas, including their very well-made M1 Garand. These pieces look wonderful on display, and they really add that wow factor to any World War II impression or display you've got set up in your home or workspace. Right now, replicaweaponry.com is running a 15% off site-wide Black Friday sale, so you can save yourself a decent chunk of change if you pick one of these up today. And finally today, any scale modeler worth his or her salt would love a little bit of apparel this holiday season to show off their love for this hobby. And lucky for you, I've got a full line of cozy shirts and sweatshirts available at spruesandbrews.com. We've got this very fun modeling plus beer equals happiness design, simple math to live by, as well as lots of other fun designs you can also pick up today. I really like the I have two hobbies, building models and buying models shirt. I think we can all relate to that one. Or, of course, you can grab a Sprues and Brews logo bandana for your furry friend. Right, Roger? So there you have it, my 2023 holiday gift guide for the scale modeler in your life. Be sure to send this video along to your loved ones and give them a little hint about what you'd like to see under the tree this year. And until next time, my friends, be well, happy building, cheers.